And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. Welcome once again and welcome aboard. Today we are back in the HondaJet and we are here sitting, as you can see, in Newfoundland, in Canada. And we're going to be making our way down the East Coast. If we just bring up Navigraph here. So the plan is to make our way down the east coast of the United States, where we'll come to the Caribbean and relax for a little bit before heading back into the States and maybe trying some VAT sim adventures in the States. You know, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're just going to be continuing our flight. So we're actually doing a bit of a long one today. And the estimated flight time, according to SimBrief, at least according to the fuel that we'll need, is going to be 2 hours and 12 minutes. And that should get us right into Bedford, Massachusetts. So that's where we're going to be heading. Once we get in the air, we will kind of chat about Bedford, see what Bedford's all about. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and just check the weather real quick. And let's see the weather. Put the airport name in. Alright, so we're looking at VFR conditions. Winds out of 090 to 18 knots. Visibility is 10 miles. Clouds scattered. Now, as you can see, there is some bad weather like right in the area. But as you can see, looking at the direction of the wind is actually blowing all of this weather away from Massachusetts. So what we will have to keep an eye out for is this guy here, as the wind right here is actually pushing it right towards Massachusetts. So we may run into some bad weather on the way there, but for now, things are looking okay. Alright, so let's hop in the HondaJet today. As you can see, I got my red and black colors back. And as mentioned before, I've been having some issues with the sim and kind of getting it stable enough to actually use. But we've been able to do a few flights that have been good so far. So we're just going to continue on with that. I don't know what's up with these lights. Every time I start the plane, we end up with kind of our landing lights on and everything, or the recognition lights. So I don't want to get dinged at all. So let's turn off our recognition lights. Oh, which you can't do. One. Oh wait, now it's off. Well, it says on here. And let's turn our strobe lights off as well. So strobe lights are off, but it should be. That's weird. See, strobe's still on. Beacon should be off. But of course, we are in a plane that has a mind of its own right now, so that kind of sucks. Anyways, let's get things going. I'm just gonna start tracking our flight. Just gonna probably get a lot darker here. Yep. This is a morning flight. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and close up all of our doors. Okay. And I'll go ahead and disconnect our external power, and we can go ahead and get our engine started. I'm gonna probably get a ding in on air, but because of our lights, but that'll have to do for now. Alright, so quick and easy to get the aircraft started. Let's just hit our right start button, or the right start button. And take the right thrust lever out cutoff
until you land and shut down the engines.
Let's start the left engine. I need to set up all of my views. Let's do this. So while the engine's starting, I'll go ahead and do that. So let's go right, left. We'll go 6. And 4. All right, we are good to go, folks. We're gonna move all of my lights back to the automatic position now. Alright. Sorry. Back. We'll get to the lights again. Aircraft systems, I believe. System controls, exterior lights. Let's move everything back to norm. Right. There we go. Alright, and we are good to go. Gonna set flaps to take off, and we're gonna be heading over to runway 31 today. So let's bring that up on Navigraph. Let's find out where runway 31 is here in Gander. Let's go here. CYQX. Gander International. Let's do airport info. Of course. So I think I have to start my Simlink. Alright, let's try it again. Nope. There we go. Alright, so we are here. I'm going to depart runway 31, which means you have to go back. Yeah, we'll probably cross over here, although this is probably supposed to be closed, but we'll use it and we'll get going. So I could also bring up the charts here on the screen, but I'm not going to worry about that today. All right. This is a very bare version of Gander International Airport. Definitely much more going on to the airport than this. All right. So we're just trying to taxi to the runway. Sorry I was quiet just now. Actually trying to answer an email for work. Shh, don't tell anybody. Cruising altitude today is going to be 43,000 feet, but we have a step climb. So we do 40,000 up to the Jigs waypoint, and then at Jigs will go all the way up to 43,000. Alright, so we're just going to cross runway 03. Oh, can I go this way? I think. Yes. And this should get us on to runway 31. Which is off here to our right. It's been a beautiful little taxi. Can't complain. Alright, we'll just turn around here at the end of the runway. Alright. So we'll go ahead and sync our heading bug, and we can switch that on once we get in the air. Yeah, I believe that's about it. All our lights are set to auto. Should be good. Flaps are set for takeoff. And I'm just going to check my trim. There we go. Sorry, pitch. All right. Weren't able to calculate V speeds, but I think takeoff in this aircraft, it's always around about 120 knots. So that's what we're going to be aiming for, folks. So here we go. We're going to go throttles full forward. That should take us into toga mode, and away we go into the wild blue yonder. So there's one other thing I forgot. Isn't it transponder? That guy. I think it's gonna complain about that if you don't set it. Alright. Off you go. It's getting blown a bit off to the left. Gonna go 100 knots. And 120, rotate.
Airborne time log.
Gear up. We're getting blown around just a little bit. All right. Autopilot, choose heading and flight level change. We'll go flaps up as well. And I'm just going to decrease our speed that we're climbing at just a little bit. And we can go nav mode as well. And switch our nav source to FMS. See, we're doing a pretty steep bank though. As I mentioned, it's going to be a fairly long flight, well, for this jet. But we're pretty much going to be turning southwest and just heading down the coast of the States. We're going to be passing Nova Scotia on the way. Then into the States we go. So, in terms of where we're going to be heading today, which is a very interesting question, we're going to be going to Bedford, Nova Scotia. So let me just not Nova Scotia, sorry, Bedford, Massachusetts. So let's read up a little bit about Bedford. So Bedford, Massachusetts is a town in Middlesex County, Massachusetts, United States. It's within the greater Boston area, and it's 50 miles northwest of the city of Boston. Population of Bedford is 14,383 people. Let's see. So the Bedford flag on display at the Bedford Free Public Library is the oldest known surviving intact battle flag in the United States. And it's celebrated for having been the first U.S. flag flown in the American Revolutionary War. And it's believed to have been carried by Nathaniel Page's outfit of Minutemen to the Old North Bridge in Concord for the Battle of Concord on the 19th of April, 1775. Though the flag previously had a border of silver tassels, the tassels were cut from it to adorn the dress of Page's daughter. And the Latin motto on the flag, Vince aut morir, means conquer or die. I think we're passing Gander International again down below. Alright, according to the United States Census Bureau, the town has a total area of 13.9 square miles, so it's absolutely tiny, of which 13.7 square miles is land and 0.1 square miles is water. And Bedford is approximately 50 miles from the coast. So Bedford is a relatively circular town. Its neighbors clockwise, starting from 12 o'clock, are Billerica, Burlington, Lexington, Lincoln, Concord, and Carlisle. And in addition to the Concord River, which forms part of the town's borders, the Shawshene River flows through town, and Vine Brook flows through Lexington, Massachusetts, through Burlington, Massachusetts into the Shawshene and Bedford. In the 1840s, a large paper mill was built on Vine Brook that supplied many of the jobs in the town. So the town uses an open town meeting as its legislature. The executive branch consists of a board of selectmen who oversee a town manager. Bedford was the home of a consolidated male outpatient pharmacy, and it was part of an initiative by the Department of Veterans Affairs to provide mail-order prescriptions to veterans using computerization at strategic locations throughout the United States. It has moved to the Lowell area, and as a result of the Veterans Administration CARES mission, and is no longer in Bedford. As part of the Middlesex 21st District, Bedford is represented by Ken Gordon in the Massachusetts House of Representatives. So Bedford is served by Hanscom Field, which is exactly where we're heading now, a civilian airport adjacent to the Hanscom Air Force Base. A snowstorm on the 10th of January 1977 prompted the end of passenger service on the Lexington branch of the Boston and Maine Railroad. The line was embargoed 4 years later. In 1991, the branch was rail banked by the Interstate Commerce Commission. It's now used for the minimum bikeway. In the early 20th century, the Middlesex and Boston Street Railway line ran generally down Great Road, with lines from as far west as Hudson running into Lexington and beyond. So other historic transportation systems through Bedford included the narrow gauge Billerica and Bedford Railroad and the Middlesex Turnpike. So in terms of where we're heading today, we're going to go to Hanscom Field, and Hanscom Field covers over 1,125 acres and an elevation of 132 feet. So there's two asphalt runways, runway 11 and 29, which is 7,000 feet, and runway 523, which is 5,107 feet. So these runways are like long enough for us by a long shot. In 2008, many years prior, Hanscom had handled the second most aircraft movements of any airport in New England after Boston Logan. And on a nice weekend day, the traffic pattern gets so busy, the tower is known to close the traffic pattern and only allow full stop landings. So Hanscom Field's traffic is primarily business jets and general aviation aircraft, and the airport is served by an FAA control tower, which operates between the hours of 7 to 11 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Right. So I'm not going to do too much more reading. That's going to be about it. Let's just get a quick look at our instruments before we continue on. We're climbing right now to 40,000 feet, as I mentioned. So Jigs is the next waypoint. Once we reach here, we'll be able to go up to 43,000, and then we're just going to head down to Hanscom Field. So I will talk to you guys when we get back, and in the meantime, I'll take some screenshots, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have started our descent into Bedford, and man, the HondaJet is such a weird sounding plane to fly in. It just sounds so much different from anything that I've been in before. But gotta get used to that. So let's talk about our approach for today. So we're going to be doing the ILS or localizer runway 11 approach, which is going to have us coming in from Bronx, or we're heading towards Bronx now, and we're going to be coming in and then making a slight turn towards heading 130 to intercept the localizer, and then back on 113 to come in for a landing. Pretty straightforward approach, and yeah, I feel like I say that a lot, but yeah, it's a pretty straightforward approach. This is the main part that we gotta watch out for, just so that we'll be able to actually intercept the localizer. So we've started our descent. I had to, as usual, manually calculate my top of descent, and we've been trying to track this as much as possible, just to make sure we stay on the right descent profile. Try not to get too high or too low. But we kind of missed our top of descent. We've had to kind of maintain a pretty aggressive descent all the way down, doing well over 2,500 feet per minute. At some points we've been going like over 3,000 feet per minute descent rate, almost up to 3,500. We're about done completing our turn. Oh shoot, gotta stop doing that. We're about done completing our turn, and if you look at the flight plan, oops, too high up. Sorry, we're now at Bronx. Oh, we're heading towards Bronx now. We're almost there. And now we've crossed Bronx and now we're heading towards Lobby. Then there's a waypoint here that's not marked, but we'll be using that waypoint to line up on the localizer. I've already got the frequencies tuned. And now that we're heading towards Bronx, once we hit Bronx, we'll be descending to 1,900 feet. And we're coming through the clouds now. Weather has held up pretty well. Not much in the way of bad weather here right now. So we're going to be good to go. Alright, so now we're heading toward that USR waypoint, or user waypoint. So we're going to go to 1,900 feet and start that descent. I don't know why we're so high up though. Yeah, fairly high right now. So you have to be at Zelka by 1,900 feet. Oh my gosh, we are way too high right now. We are way too high. So the airport's going to be pretty much right below us. So what I'm going to do is just descend to 1,900 feet. I can tell you now we're really high. Actually, we're supposed to go down to 1,800 now. Oh yeah, 5 nautical miles. Maybe we can get there, but probably not. We'll see. I'm going into another aggressive descent again. I'm going to turn on approach mode, although I doubt we're going to be able to actually capture anything. That is the airport straight ahead of us. We actually might make this approach actually. We just seem really high all this time. We've actually captured the glide slope. Or the glide slope. And localizers capture as well. So actually bang on. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. I didn't think we were going to make it. But here we are in Bedford, folks. Bedford, Massachusetts. It looks like we're still pretty high on the glide slope though. Yeah, we're not on it again. It said we were, but we're not. That's fine. We should be able to land it now. No issues. Gonna go full flaps, geared on. And I'll turn off the autopilots. We'll just fly this in by hand. Where's our gear not down? There we go. Get the proper position.
Wind 110 at 10 knots.
Are pretty low according to the pappies, just not good. Getting knocked around a little bit on landing, but it's all right. Alright, let's try and rest it down gently. Floating it as usual.
Landing time log.
That was not a gentle rest. But we are here. Let's see. I'm just gonna roll out in the runway. Alright, spoilers are extended. Frame rates aren't the best, but they could be worse as well. Alright, we'll go ahead and stow our spoilers. Get our flaps back up as we taxi to the end of the runway. We're officially in the United States. And that ain't bad. Alright. So I hope you guys enjoyed this approach. Didn't actually look, I don't know. I thought I was way off. Thought I calculated something wrong, but we actually did pretty well. Yeah, the frame rates still seem a little off. They're not like bad. I could imagine we're probably getting about 30 frames per second. Maybe a little less. But it doesn't feel too bad though. Maybe it's just my eyes, I don't know. Why is this guy just standing here by himself? Don't know. But we're just gonna come to this building right here. And we're just gonna park right about here. This looks good. All right, and I'll turn my recognition lights off, strobes off. Can't turn the strobes off, which is annoying. Beacon can come off too. No, that's blinking between on and off now. Don't know why. What in the world? Anyway, I'll take the hit in on air.
Engine off time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
And let's get the doors open. So that is it, folks. Hope you guys have enjoyed the flight. HondaJet is officially in the States. As I said, we're going to be flying down to the Caribbean, and then I'm going to take a break there and then come back into the States after that. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you see fit. Outside of that, it's your boy FlyIsland, guys, saying stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out.